What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the second episode of this Position Player Road to the Show series. I am going to jump right on into this, and I'm going to read the dialogue for this manager Daryl Stein. It's a real vote of confidence that the organization has sent you here less than a year after you were drafted. You think you're ready for AA ball, son? I had great teammates and mentors along the way. I think best prepared for me well. Justin, do you know how a journey of 1,000 miles begins? With a single step? Exactly! In baseball, that means a young prospect like you becomes a seasoned veteran or an all-star, even one play at a time. I'll try to remember that. Thanks. And don't forget, your baseball skills will take you far, but your personal reputation is important as well. No team wants a player who's known as a clubhouse poison. Makes sense. In our organization, we use a psychological model consisting of 4 personality types to get a better sense of how a player interacts with the field, off the field. Interesting. There are 4 distinct types: the captain, the maverick, the heart and soul, and the lightning rod, which relates to teammates differently. Which would you like to hear about? Tell me about the captain. The captain is a natural leader who is at best when he has a solid relationship with as many teammates as possible. Thanks for the talk, coach. Every play, every pitch even offers... Every pitch even offers a specific challenge to you. To how you respond to those challenges will determine the player you become. All right, let's just jump into. I am on the Northwest Arkansas Naturals, and we are going up against the Springfield Cardinals. The Springfield Cardinals is the AA affiliate of the St. Louis Cardinals, while we, of course, are the AA affiliate of the Kansas City Royals. I am very excited to get into this position battle. I loved my pitching Road to the Show series. If you haven't checked out the first 3 episodes down below, I'll link them down in the description. But it feels like that this will be a little bit better for me as well. It's just something different that I wanted to try to do. And it looks like I'm getting a first opportunity in defense, but it's just something different, and I like playing this game so very much. And it's a pop fly to second baseman. For those of you that didn't see the first episode, check that out. See how we did in the Topps Amateur Showcase. Training and then the games as well to see how we got here. Other than that, let's just sit back and enjoy. I will say that I am not going to just do a single game because that will take forever to get through here. I will jump. Each episode will consist of the entire series. So like if the Northwest, if we play Springfield for 5 games, this episode will consist of 5 games or something like that, at least for a little bit, until you can get the reputation down, and then I might cut it back to 3. I just don't know how I want to handle it yet, because again, with the pitcher, it was easy. I could do 1 or 2 starts and then just let it be, but with this, you get 1 game, you get 4 at-bats. That's a 5-minute video or so, and that's just boring. So I don't want to do that, but I don't want it to be a 45-minute video either. So let me just see within the next couple of videos how the 5-game series work out, and if I need to cut it back to a 3-game set, which is what you will see more if I get promoted into the majors, then I'll move accordingly. It just depends on how you guys want to watch this unfold. But right now we have us on first base with 2 outs and a 0-0 tie in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And What I have noticed a little bit, especially off of my hit, that probably would have been an out in the major leagues. So the AI is even still training to improve here as well. It's going to be interesting to see again. You see that single in the second, so I'm batting 1,000, slugging 1,000, and my on-base percentage is 1,000. So now I have runners on first and second with 2 outs and a 1-0 lead as I'm trying to drive the runners in, and I get it down the right field line. That's going to score at least 1. Let's see if I can't get that runner from first home. No, they're going to hold him, and I got a double. So not a bad piece of hitting there. I just slap it the other way. Maybe I was a little bit late, but I'm standing at second. Us as a team has a 2-0 lead, and it's working out well. As that's a bouncer to second to end the inning. But we do have a 2-0 lead over Springfield. And again, this is a little bit important because St. Louis and Kansas City are major league rivals. Both are located in Missouri. Kansas City, of course, on that border of Kansas and Missouri. As I hit that one to left field, is that going to bounce off the wall? No, it's going to be gone for a home run. My first career home run comes in my 3rd professional at-bat. That is amazing. I hit that sucker 387 feet off of my bat at 110 miles per hour. And we now lead the game 4-0. So, not having a bad issue at all in this first game. Again, I'm going to be playing all 5 games in this episode against the Springfield Cardinals as I get my first fielding opportunity there. And it's just going to be interesting how I want to see it because I have no batting gloves. I don't have anything protective-wise, gear-wise. I mean, my bat has... I have no power-ups at the moment, which I'll do in between games or in between recording sessions as that one's drilled to left center, and that's going to be another extra base hit for me. Just going to be interesting how I handle this at the moment. But anyways, as I was saying in my first episode, if you didn't catch that, I have been given the opportunity to call a couple of baseball games in real life. I got to call a semi-state game, Columbus East versus Avon. Check that out on Indiana SRN's YouTube page. I'll link that in the description as well. Sean Cruel and I and Daniel Morales have the call there. And it was a very interesting game because the game was taking place in Morrisville High School, where Morrisville only had one of maybe 5 all AstroTurf fields. So check it out. It's going to be interesting because you'll see how this ball plays a little bit differently than it would on grass. As we win the first game pretty handily, we won that game 5-0, and I had 3 RBIs with 2 doubles and a home run. Moving on to the second game, again, we are the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. That's a mouthful and a half. But we are in the Texas League. There are 3 AA affiliate leagues. There's the Southern League, the Eastern League, and the Texas League. So we won't see many teams as I'm late on that. But again, down the right field line is going to score at least 1. Are they going to try to send him again? No, they're not. Again, another RBI down the line. So I have 4 RBIs to my young career. And 3 doubles and a home run. So I'm getting the power that I want. And hopefully this impresses the scouts. Again, it's not going to happen within the first couple of episodes just because I was a 15th round pick. Now, maybe in MLB The Show 15, if I was a first round or second round pick, yeah, maybe. but also I still have to hire an agent, and I don't know when that will be in this game because I haven't played it from the beginning long enough to get to the agent cutscene. Because I have imported a couple of different players from the previous year's game and have been playing it off of that and having a lot of fun there, which made me want to start this channel and really show my gameplay skills, if you want to call it that. I don't know how much skills I have, but I like to have a little bit of fun here as I score. And that's what it's really all about, isn't it? Just having fun, playing video games on a day off from work. That's really all that matters. As I come up for my second at-bat, they came to tie it. Okay then. Shoot it back up the chute for a single. And so far, I'm incredibly enjoying playing for the Naturals. It's not... and again, in my last game, I told you why I chose why I was happy to get drafted by Kansas City in the 15th round, second overall in that round. It was because I went to school in southern Indiana, and it was either the St. Louis Cardinals or the Cincinnati Reds broadcasters if they showed Cincinnati broadcasts. I'm a Chicago Cubs fan, so they didn't want to show many Chicago games because it's far enough away from the city of Chicago. And so it was either Kansas City Royals or St. Louis Cardinals, and I just couldn't. I couldn't watch the Cardinals. They are, for being raised a Cubs fan, they are the rival. They are evil. So I chose the Royals, and that was back in 2012. So just before they got to their World Series, I got to see Hosmer and Salvador Perez lead that team to a World Series in 2014 and win the World Series in 2015, which was very interesting because in 2015 they were, I think that was their 30th anniversary from the 1985 World Series, where they beat the St. Louis Cardinals in 7 games. Controversial, that series too, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was game 6. There was a big controversy on. But anyway, that's how I started watching the Royals, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how they played the game. My Cubs were not doing great at the time, but I was still listening to them. But it was nice to have another team to root for besides just the Cubs. I like to have a team in every league. So I'll have an L team, which are the Cubs, and an AL team, which are the Royals. If the Cubs are ever to meet the Royals, I'm rooting for the Cubs, no doubt about it. For the NFL, I'm a Colts fan. I grew up in the Indianapolis area, so I'm always going to root for them. My NFC team is the New Orleans Saints, mostly because they drafted they got Drew Brees, and he's a Purdue Boilermaker, and I'm a big Purdue football fan. So the fact that Drew is there helps. I like their color scheme of black and gold. I think that works very well as just a general color scheme. So there's my NFC team, is the New Orleans Saints. I don't follow the NBA at all. I'm just not a big fan of it. Ever since the mid-2000s, I've lost interest of it. And I'm not going to say why, because I think that's just more of a me thing than a league-wide thing. And so I'm just going to leave it at that. But I do watch college basketball. I focus mainly on Purdue. Had a lot of family go to Purdue. And then I followed some of my friends that as I hit another home run. Oh, my Lord. 2 home runs in 2 games, man. That is something else. And that was a no-doubter. That was an absolute blast. But I like to watch college basketball more than the NBA. Just a personal thing. And then I listen to junior college basketball as well. For obvious reasons. But that is, again, just more of a me thing to enjoy. And sports is very much a good outlet for me. And I like to have an escape sometimes. It's always better to have something that you either can't control or you're not as big of a part of it as you think you are. And it's good to escape from that. As I record my first professional out. But I'm 4 for 5 for today, and I was perfect last game. We are up 8-4, as you can see. Yeah, that's basically it. As they try to bunt their way on, and I'll just slap the tag on them. In the game, we'll play another one, as I'm player of the game of this one. Again, 5 at-bats, 3 runs, 4 hits, 1 home run, 2 RBI, and an OBP of 240. As you can see, my power is starting to climb, as I have a power of 62 against right-handers. I don't think I've faced a lefty yet, actually. As we get into game 3, again, 889, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs in my first 2 games. And we have a 2-0 lead here. And another right-hander on the mound for the Cardinals. Just watch out, umpire, as I nearly take your head off. But it's going to be interesting. Baseball season is in full effect. My Cubs are in first place they're in second place as of right now. They lost yesterday to the Colorado Rockies. I think it was 6-5 last night. And my Kansas City Royals are dead last of the American League Central. They are in a rebuilding year, as I tell myself every time since 2016. They're in a rebuilding year. They did lose their 3 main pieces of that core, that championship core. They lost Hosmer, Moustakas, and Lorenzo Cain. Hosmer and Cain were free agents after the 2017 year, and Hosmer went to the Padres, Lorenzo went to the Brewers, and Moustakas actually started 2018 with the Royals, but got traded at the deadline to the Brewers, and then signed a contract with the Brewers this last offseason. So, but they do have some talent. They still have Salvador Perez, who's out for the year this year, unfortunately. And they have, I'm going to mispronounce the name, Mondesi. Adalberto Mondesi, I think is how you say it. I'll have to double check. But Mondesi is a good little shortstop for them. They do have Billy Hamilton. I don't know how long he'll be there, just because he is also on a 1-year contract. So, interesting stuff. They have Homer Bailey as a pitcher, but they still have their ace in Danny Duffy. they're playing bad baseball, let's be honest. And it's not for the lack of trying either, and that's why I like them. Is even though they have this down year, they're not getting down on themselves. As I pop out to dead central. Probably hit that ball 400 feet, and I need to hit it at least 409. For my second professional out, I'm batting .888.33 with 2 home runs and 6 ribbies. And I have a chance for another RBI here. Bases loaded with naturals. And I hit the ball to left center. That's going to be a sac fly. As the runner from third heads home, no throw. 6-1. I'll take that sac fly. I'll take that RBI all day, every day. There goes game 3. Again, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs, and they were both singles. Both my hits were singles. So no extra base hits there. My extra base hit streak snaps at 2. Going into game 4, this has been fun. I promise I'll have more to talk about going into the future games. But again, starting a new series, always tough. And just the fact that this series is, I don't want to give away anything about my pitcher series that I had to scrap, unfortunately. I'll tell you in this episode too, and I'll probably tell you in the episode after that. So if you've watched all 3 of them, I apologize. But the reason why we have this one is because there was file corruption in when I was recording episode 4 of the pitcher series. The first time around, it was the video file got corrupted. The second time around, my face cam video footage got corrupted. So instead of having to explain 2 starts that, to be quite honest, were not my best starts in the game, I went 4 innings in one start and 6 in the other. I gave up 4 runs in each. So instead of, maybe grinding and getting a couple good, better starts under my belt and just saying that, I decided to at least shelve it. Not necessarily scrap it, because I still have the player on my PS4. But I decided to create a new character with the same name and just put him at first base instead of a pitcher. And if you want to see the pitcher series continue, let me know down in the comments, and I am more than happy to make that happen, because I do prefer pitching to hitting in this game. It's just something I've always liked.
So coming to the plate, Billy Conklin. He had a couple of hits in that ball game last night. Grounded softly to the right.
It's going to end the inning.
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.
Down 2-0.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Justin Griffiths. He reached on a single in his first try.
Again, nice piece of hitting there. That's going to be a double. So maybe a triple. No, I'm going to stop at second with that. I would have been thrown out anyway, because I chose a stroked power hitter and not a speed machine. Yeah, but it's weird. We're losing 2-0 in this game. I'm used to being up. That's going to score me, though. So we are now down 2-1. And that just shows you how slow I am, because that should have been a run all the way, and I had a slide to do it. I should have been standing up in that one if I had any wheels. Ooh, we tied the game. Runners on the corners with 2 outs. 2 for 2 in today's game. High slider. I just missed it. Early on it, too. I was looking for fastball, and I got slider.
The 0-1 offering.
Got that one. Is it going to hold up for the center fielder, though? It will.
Villanueva is going to have room out there as he puts this
Okay.
away to retire the side.
It's all right. We're still tied going into the 6th inning.
The 1-2.
And that's just going to be a base hit.
Into right field, that's a base hit.
Hey, just a nice
so
piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep it.
overall, it's
Stepping in,
going to be a fun series, I believe.
was a ground out victim last time.
Just because I like to,
Nothing in one count. Here it comes.
as I think I just messed up there. Nope, I got him. Oh, that's cool. I do like that for the Showtime thing is
Digging in once
that,
again,
but I do prefer if I had a Showtime bar to show me how much Showtime I had left, because as a pitcher I could do the, as I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. Okay. As for pitchers, I can pinpoint where I want to throw the ball, and for hitters, I can zoom in and decide when I want to steal a base, and that could be crucial. Base hit, maybe? Question mark? It is. It's going to be a double for me. Haha, we tie the game again. I need to work on my I need to work on my speed. Because even though I have 5 doubles, I should not be sliding that much on my belly.
So that RBI base hit to tie things up. That comes at a really good time. Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys.
There's 2 outs, so I'm just going around.
Throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking.
And the third
All right, there
baseman
goes the
makes
7th
play.
inning.
That ends the inning.
Top of the
Now at
10th.
plate, Sammy
See, this is where I think I might have to cut it down to from 5 to 3. Just because if these 5 games go into extras at any point, there's going to be problems. 4-4. Let's see if I can't end this here for me. Nope, but that's going to be an out. So, that's a thing. Will I still get another chance? Walk-off time. I already hit a home run off you, dude. Pow! Ah, pounder. So I'm 3 for 6 in this game. Not good. And we lose. Double not good. Okay. Let's get into this last. Oh, that's going to do it. Okay, so that was only a 4-game series. Remember to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy this Position Player Road to the Show series. I'll be back in the next episode for when we play the... Hold on, let me just double check to see who we play. As you can see, I did very well in that first opening series. So, come back to the next episode while we take on another cutscene. Hey, Justin, there's good... If you're looking to maximize your development as a hitter, the batting cage is open on off days too. Good to know. Thanks. Your off days are your own, but every bit of extra time and commit to developing your bat skills can make a difference. Give it a try. Okay then. Thank you. As we play the Arkansas... I forget what these nicknames is. So, Northwest Arkansas against Arkansas. In the next video. Peace.